Hello and welcome to another training video. This one is a bit of a recap from all the stuff I've been doing in the 2 and a bit months I've been home for coronavirus isolation stuff, getting away from the older madness. So this is my first day training, sprints, power stuff, sprint bounding upstairs, etc. So the main goals of this were, by the way, this video is dedicated to Kafchan. Follow him on Instagram, Kafchan, or his other one. He's got two. Yep. So I basically love you, Kaf. The main goals really were speed and power stuff. Get back to my sprinting stuff. Handstands, get better at back bends, mobility. And basically try and maintain as much body weight as possible and keep my legs move. Oh, really messed up the cropping on this one. But yeah, this is obviously, you can tell this is just me going back through the Instagram videos from when I came back, because I've not been keeping up, obviously, as you can probably tell, because this is the first video of training in 2 months. But basically my life's not been that interesting, so I didn't feel like it was necessary to I think the weekly videos, it wasn't really worth it. And then the first day I did handstands, I actually held a handstand, which was crazy. And then that kind of marked some great progress that I had in this 2 months. Like I said, there's not moving away from weightlifting stuff while I've not had a barbell because I'm cheap. And then I was shown one that was very, very cheap, so I bought it, but that's coming recently. That's gonna come in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's been really good. I've made loads of progress on everything, back bends especially. So mobility, my mobility has got way better. Here's some single leg kickstart, even kickstart RDLs. So I had those blue things which were 18 kilos each. So they did a lot of tempo work, and that's giving me some stimulus. I can load up to 72 kilos with the holding 2 in each hand. Yeah, it's been okay. Missed the barbell a lot. Very, very proud that I've actually maintained over 100 kilos. I've taken some first day of isolation nudes and compared them to recent nudes. Maybe I'll release the nudes later on. But I look very similar, which I'm very happy about. I thought I'd lose a lot of muscle, but I did. I have not. My legs look surprisingly slightly bigger, according to my panel of independent reviewers. Yeah. So here's L-sit. While this boring stuff's happening, I just wanted to say this video is dedicated to Kafai. Follow him, Kafchan. Yeah, so what we've got here, sissy squats, working on mobility. This was the start of isolation. Obviously the weather is pretty bad here. I'm wearing a hat. Yep, and some back bend. So basically this position here, the back bend, was all I could do before training, before coronavirus. And now I can do kickovers, single arm entries, single arm holds. I could fall from standing to a back bend, which is quite a big deal. Do this straight leg stuff. This was a good set of handstands. So yeah, this handstands just kind of clicked straight away, and I made big progress. Before coronavirus, it was literally going up, coming straight back down again. There was no holding. But my thinking was that, look, if I can get, this is some skateboarding Tony Hawk stuff. If I can get strong in the shoulders, mobile in the thoracic, and keep some leg strength and get way more powerful in the legs, then I won't be too disadvantaged coming back. So I might even be better off, ideally, but who knows? We'll find that out soon enough. When I get a barbell, obviously the first thing I'll do is max out, because that's the responsible thing to do. That's some juggling. Put some sound on for this. This is my first ever, I don't know what you'd call it, but fall into bridge. That was onto a mattress. Oh yeah!
Yay! Well done!
It's me saying, oh yeah. And then outside, I think I did it to Etta James's At Last. This was the first half of one of my New Year's resolutions, actually, which was a back bend walkover, which would be kind of falling from standing to back over, and then kicking up into a handstand and over, which we get to later on. That dorsiflexion, pretty helpful. And these were the set of stairs I was running. I was setting myself goals of hopping and bounding up them. The first time I did it, it took me 13 hops and 11 bounds, and I think I got it down to 7 bounds and 8 hops, and that was, and the testing started after 2 weeks of familiarization. I think this was a 9 rep. But yeah, after 2 weeks of being terrible and getting used to the movement, it went from 12 and 13 down to 7 and 8. So obviously something's happened there in terms of more about elasticity, I think, and being a bit more quick off the ground, etc. Not necessarily got stronger, but you know what I'm saying. This was another first, my first ever forearm bridge. Yeah. I mean, everyone went mental about it, but I thought it was quite easy, to be honest. But I guess, yep. And then I was doing this as well, the 5 broad jumps, and that was 1390. This was my first over 14, which was 1410. Now, after 2 weeks of familiarization and getting used to it, my first set of jumps was 12 something. So that's been pretty epic. This was a walk I went on. This might have been the 8, was it? Or I'm not sure, I lost count. Let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was my 8, so that was my best one. That's a Victoria sponge kick. Oh, that's another thing I learned, the kip up. I was very happy about it.
What a waste of a day.
This was the first ever forearm bridge, and then getting out of the forearm bridge without just dying and actually pushing back up into a back bend. So mobility, thoracic and chest and shoulder has gone up. I think my quads have actually got tighter, which I've started to rectify now, but this is something else I learned, bailing out of handstands. It was very slippy this day, and you'll see me try and go up, and that didn't work. That's something else actually that I did, the handstand into bridge, which basically all this stuff is, I mean it's fine. It's what my coach wants more than she wants me to lift, I guess. But that's the benefits of having a coach who is a dancer / gymnast. I'm really hoping it does help. That was my hand slipping there. I think this is the first ever. This one here is the first ever handstand into bridge, even though I just about die. But yeah, I'm really hoping that all this stuff pays off. I think it will. I think my overhead position is going to be a lot better. I think I'm going to be a lot more comfortable in the jerk. My shoulders feel 100% stronger, and they've always been weak because of my shoulder. #Herbs palsy. But yeah, doing all this stuff has been challenging in different ways. The this bit here, this kind of exit and the entrance on the single arm has been an absolute game changer. That's my bod. I was quite happy with that. I obviously photoshopped it and used all the lighting, but yeah, I maintained some gains. Quad stretches, couldn't do that before the old lockdown, so it's just been about trying different things and getting better at different things, and basically as soon as I start lifting, I'm just going to sack it all off, so it doesn't really matter, does it really, I guess. But yeah, now hopefully I'll try and keep it going. One thing I will try and do is, one thing I have done is get really badly sunburned, but I'm just peeling off skin currently. try and be a bit more enthusiastic in these YouTube videos and say a bit more stuff, but if there's stuff to say, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, shrimp squat. Yeah, buddy. Whoa. So my biggest goal has not been having a complete breakdown and maintaining body weight. I've got a bar coming now. Got my plates have arrived. Keep up, boom. So yeah, I fashioned some low blocks and some high blocks, so I could do a lot of block work. Maybe finally get some speed at the hip. That'd be good. But that's a couple of weeks away. I think I won't do another video until that comes. I think. But yeah. What I will say is we've had some very good lifts. Oh, watch this. First ever back bend kick over. Sarcasm aside, I was actually very happy with that. That got me on a buzz for a good couple of days actually. I was really impressed with that. That was a big one in terms of my shoulder as well. It was kind of like, and this stuff as well. It's obviously it's not a massive hindrance, but it's just always there in the back of my mind. It's quite scary. Thinking it's just going to dislocate again. Obviously that was a couple of years ago now, but the fabled incident. But yeah, I hope it's got a lot stronger. This is me fooling around, doing kind of like movement sessions, where I just, you know, kind of mess around really, but have a bit of fun. I say fun, as much fun as you can have without a barbell. This was 1481, which, like I said, this is a 2.5 meter improvement after familiarization, so I'll take that. That's pretty big. This was a set of 11 by accident, 10-second eccentric at 72 kilo split squats. That's the kind of stuff that's been keeping my legs going. A lot of single leg RDLs I've done, and this was 1583 for a 2 centimeter PB on top of it. And this is a picture of my beautiful lady friend Poppy reaching her 17th birthday next Monday, as in 4 days. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I've still been training, arguably more than I was before, twice a day most days. More focused on mobility and gymnastics, and hoping it will transfer over when we get back to the glory days. But yeah, until next time, burbs.